When Mimo 600 first linked up with OTF, fans thought he was next up, but after beefing with his own homies, he was allegedly kicked out of the crew and had his chain snatched. Here's what happened. A couple months ago, an OTF member named Bezu hopped on IG Live to call out Mimo. During the session, Bezu showed off a chain that was allegedly snatched from Mimo and said,
Mimo, I'm Mimo killer from now on.
Bezu sending shots directly at Mimo shocked fans, but Zoo wasn't the only one. According to rumors, Lil Durk wanted to throw hands with Mimo and set him up to get his chain snatched. But before we get into that, we gotta rewind to where this all allegedly started, when Mimo embarrassed Durk by getting his chain snatched by the ops. A few years ago, OTF and 600 was tight, but when Lil Durk started to become one of the hottest artists in the game, 600 allegedly got jealous of his success. Supposedly, there was never no real beef, but something went down behind the scenes that was creating tension. Durk and the rest of OTF is still cool, but they're not as close as they used to be. One thing that might have been part of the problem was Durk signing rappers from 600 to OTF. Around that time, Booka from 600 went over to OTF and started rocking with them. And then, Durk's brother D-Thang ended up signing Mimo after that. Rumors say that Durk never really liked Mimo, but he's never confirmed that himself. Fans peep how Durk never pushed Mimo's music like he did other dudes in OTF, and it seemed like Mimo was getting put on the back burner. And something went down that gave Durk a real reason to have beef. In 2019, a rapper named TTB Nez went live on Instagram showing off an OTF chain, but it wasn't just a normal OTF piece. The chain Nez had was a special one with the words 600 Boys Forever on it. Durk had a few of these made for artists from 600, so the ops getting one was a major embarrassment. Nez ain't say whose chain it was, but his homie Drilla hopped in the comments and said, "Somebody explain this, and we gonna make your little shit look good. We gonna put a real chain with it." At Mimo from 600. No one knows what really happened, but Mimo came out and said he didn't get his chain snatched and that his own cousin stole it. He went on social media to defend himself and said, "It's one thing getting caught lacking, but for a motherfucker to set you up, it's pure snake shit. Especially a motherfucker with your same bloodline. They do anything for some clout, and I see the same motherfucker that was just on his trying to get down. It show you they only love you when it's beneficial." No matter how it happened, Mimo still lost his chain, and Durk allegedly tried to get D-Thang to kick him out of OTF because of it. It also sounds like he referenced the chain snatching in his verse on Stuck in the Jungle when he raps, "You said they stole your chain? You lied. They took it." After Mimo lost his chain, a picture started going around of a Durk tweet that said, "How you gang? They took your chain." But it's rumored the tweet was photoshopped or that it wasn't even directed at Mimo's situation. No one knows exactly what went down between Durk and Mimo around this time, but it's pretty clear that their relationship was far from perfect. Before D-Thang brought him over to OTF, Mimo was only rapping for a little while, but already had hits under his belt like the track Steppers. Fans noticed his songs wasn't really popping off after he signed with OTF, and some think it was cause Durk never really wanted to put him on. He was featured on the OTF compilation tape in 2021, but Mimo's own career looked like it had faded out. Later that same year, Mimo went on a Twitter rant calling out OTF for trying to blackball him in the industry. He wrote, "They won't let the world see how hot you is. They put dirt on your name and some more shit. Empire told me, somebody from the label told him I'm done. I'm going to jail and some more shit. Like what the type of shit is that? Nah, somebody got some explaining to do." With all the internal smoke, it looked like Mimo was trying to branch out and get a deal for himself with Empire. But according to him, someone in OTF was trying to stop him. Another tweet said, "On my brother, Ghazi, CEO of Empire, said, somebody from OTF told him I'm through, I'm finna go do a lot of time. Who the f does that on Steve?" Apparently, Mimo has some legal issues going on, but he says it wasn't a big deal. In another tweet, he wrote, "First of all, both cases wasn't a weapon in my possession. Therefore, case dismissed if you know the law." He also said, "Second, who the f told Empire I'm in a lot of shit, and blah blah blah, when motherfuckers fighting 40 cases. Be for real, on Steve." Then, in January 2022, reports came out that Mimo was signed to Wack 100. This was a shock to fans because of Wack's connection to 6ix9ine. Tekashi's been taking shots at Durk, OTF, and basically everyone else. So Mimo linking up with a dude affiliated to him was strange. Wack is also from the West Coast and known for his association with LA artists like Blueface and The Game. So signing a drill rapper from Chicago seemed off. In an interview with Death of the Clout Chaser, Mimo said, "Yeah, I'm fucking with him as long as he don't bring 6ix9ine around me. I don't got shit to do with that. I'm a real street before music. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't with none of that police shit, none of that. He cool if that's how he make his money. That ain't none of my business, you know?" With everything that happened between them, a lot of people thought Mimo had completely fallen out with Durk and the rest of OTF. But in the same interview, Mimo said, "There ain't no beef, that's my brother. That's fam shit. How could I beef with somebody that put me on?" Wack 100 ended up not signing Mimo, and according to him, Chief Keef is the one who told him not to. When Mimo heard the news, he hopped on Clubhouse and went off on Keef, then said, "Whole motherfucking Glow gang full of goofies. I'm finna treat they ass like the ops." Getting into more beef with a massive artist like Keef wasn't a good look, and rumors say this just gave Durk another reason to distance himself from Mimo. Then in March 2022, Mimo went off on another one of the hottest rappers in the game and ended up dragging OTF into it with him. On March 4th, DaBaby and NBA YoungBoy dropped a collab tape on the same day as Von's posthumous album, What It Means to Be King. DaBaby and YoungBoy are two of the most talked about rappers in the industry, and a lot of fans expected their tape to blow up instantly, but Von's album ended up with more than double the sales. Even though he wasn't rocking with OTF like he used to, Mimo hopped on Twitter to troll DaBaby over the numbers. He wrote, "Can't blame DaBaby, he thought that man was gonna save his career." DaBaby posted a screenshot of the tweet and went off in the captions. He aired Mimo and the rest of OTF out and said, "Y'all on the internet playing, trying to run stripes up, while y'all big dog in my DM waving the white flag. Y'all must not be on the same page over there at OTF. But check this out, it ain't a gang, city, or neighborhood in the world scary enough to make Baby pick and choose who to get money with. I ain't one of them." Mimo clapped back and said, "I watch all the killers turn internet, so don't say shit to me on Steve. I'll treat any motherfucker." He followed that up with, "That loyalty shit watered down. Everybody got their own definition. Don't tell me about no other I'ma stand on business, goofy." YoungBoy and Durk will never be cool after Von was killed, but DaBaby was never part of the beef. Rumors say Mimo starting drama without Durk's permission is what made OTF turn against him for good. If the rumors is true, the timing makes sense. A few weeks after the Twitter beef was when Bezu hopped on IG Live and went after Mimo. He said Mimo put the internet in the streets business and shut off the chain that allegedly belonged to him. No one knows for sure what happened, but rumors started flying around that Durk tried to fight Mimo for embarrassing OTF with the Baby situation. Mimo was allegedly afraid to fight him, so he pulled up to the location with some dudes who were strapped, but they ended up getting their guns took and got hands put on them while Mimo ran away. Mimo says it's all cap and that he still has his chains. He tweeted, "I keep checking for my chain, thinking I got my shit took for real." But according to a 600 affiliate named Shark, Mimo's chains ain't even real, and Durk was mad at him for airing OTF business out in public.
Come on, man, you got 6, 7 phony chains around your neck, man. That's what Durk was talking about, man. Take that nut-ass shit off, man.
Durk ain't said nothing publicly about the Mimo situation, but it's obvious that OTF is done with him. Bezu made it pretty clear how he feels about Mimo, even allegedly sending death threats. If Durk was still cool with Mimo, he'd step in and squash the beef between his artists, but that don't seem to be the case. At the same time, it's possible Durk told Bezu behind the scenes to chill out, but right now, Bezu got bigger things to worry about. On May 13th, a story broke that Bezu was arrested on gun charges for allegedly having 3 machine guns. He's already on probation for 2 charges he caught in 2019, so if the rumors are true, he could be facing some serious time. Mimo ain't just make ops out of former friends though. Last month, a Chicago drill rapper named Rico Reckless went on No Jumper and said Mimo tried to set him up while he was in jail. According to Rico, Mimo and him had a small beef back in the day, but it wasn't nothing serious. But when Mimo found out Rico was locked up with some dudes he knew, he allegedly tried paying them to jump him. Rico says that Mimo ain't have enough clout to order a hit like that, and the dudes on the inside was all cool with him. But now that Rico's back on the streets, the beef between him and Mimo could turn up. Signing with a massive artist like Lil Durk would be a dream come true for most rappers. But it seems like, ever since he linked up with OTF, Mimo's situation has been getting worse. Most of the info about the beef is just rumors, but enough has been said publicly that makes it clear he's not cool with them anymore. When someone signed to the same label as you sends you death threats for the whole world to see, it's clear that something went wrong.